Hi guys, welcome to Ophir Padhai. I'm Lavanya and today I'll teach you three cases in German. Nominativ, Akkusativ und Dativ. Now you must be wondering, what are cases? See, technical languages when you get to know the grammatical function of a noun and pronoun. To keep it very simple, let's take it as the sentence structure. Let's start with it. Before I teach you in detail, just have a look at the rules and just see can you differentiate it? Nominative is subject plus verb, subject plus verb. Accusative subject plus verb plus object, subject plus verb plus object. Dative subject plus verb plus indirectes object, indirect object plus directes object, direct object. Now, clearly, we can see a basic difference is the nominative. See, one thing in common, obviously, these three have is subject and verb. But what makes accusative different is that it has an object. Dative has two objects. Now, let me tell you one thing it's not necessary for dative sentences to always have two objects. Not necessary. It depends on the kind of sentence. But if we take the usual, the two objects, indirect object and dative object. Indirect object is usually dative and direct object is usually accusative. Now I know you're not able to understand. It's okay, hang there. See, very simple. Let's go with the basics. Subject. What is a subject in the sentence? It is either a person or a thing that is performing an action or a thing or person that we are talking about. The main focus, that is the subject. Object can be any person or anything, but that's not the main focus. I'll give you the examples also. For example, ich schreibe. Ich schreibe means write. Right. Schreiben, the verb means to write. Ich schreibe. So now we know that ich is the subject. Ich means I and it is the subject. Schreiben is the verb. So who is writing? I or anyone else. So we know यहाँ पे subject की बात हो रही है. Then let's come to accusative. Ich schreibe einen Brief. Now you remember the unbestimmt articles. So masculine accusative is einen. It has that ending then because it's accusative. Ich schreibe. Same thing. Ich is the subject, correct? Schreiben is the verb. Einen Brief is the object. क्या लिख रही हूँ? What am I writing? A letter. Then let's go with dative. For example, ich schreibe meinem Vater. Focus on the ending. Meinem Vater einen Brief. Literally, if we translate, I am writing a letter to my father. Again, we know the commonalities subject, verb. Now you see, meinem Vater, it has em as the ending. Why? Because this is a dative object and it's indirect one. One second. Indirect object, dative. Einen Brief is accusative object, direct. So now can you see the difference? See, right now you might be thinking, it was sounding so technical, but actually if you look at the sentences, it's very easy. So why are we even teaching, why am I teaching you this concept? It is the very basic concept, yet the most important one. Because when you will read the other grammar topics of German, for example, adjective ending, or you can even pronounce, preposition. Many things are dependent on these cases. So that's why you should always have this clarity. The nominative usually is about the subject, accusative is about the object that is in relation to the subject, dative, indirect object, indirect is object, it's usually a person, but not mandatory, but usually. And direct object is usually accusative object, not always. See, whenever you will be speaking a sentence, you won't be keeping this in mind. This is nominative, accusative, or dative. No. See, we are learning a language, so we need to understand how to formulate the sentences correctly, right? So while when you must have read German stories a lot, or you might have conversed or read just normal articles also. When you improve, you won't even think about it. It will just come naturally to you. The way your native language comes naturally to you. You speak just with the flow. You don't have to translate or think about before speaking, right? Because that's a language. Now, a foreign language will obviously take a little time. So, just a tip, please don't compare yourself with your expertise in other languages. I know it happens knowingly or unknowingly. We tend to compare ourselves with our expertise in other languages because we need to understand one thing, that either that language is a native language or we must have learned that language in our schools. So, we knew that language for a very long time. We have been learning since school, since childhood. We have been conversing in that language. We were exposed to an environment where people used to use that language to communicate. So obviously, you cannot compare yourself with those languages while you're learning this German language or any other foreign language for that matter. So always be patient and understand that you have to start with the basics, where focus a lot on the basic concepts. These are the building blocks. Now, sometimes you might wonder how to recognize nominative, accusative, or dative. So you can use the wave frage. For example, ich schreibe. How will you get to know that who is writing? I mean, how will you get to know the nominative? So you can say the question as wer schreibt. This where means who is referring to the nominative. It's referring to the subject. Now, subject is not necessary to be it can be a person, it can be a thing also. So if it would have been a thing, let's take an example. The Tasha is sure. The bag is beautiful. So what will be the question over here? Was ist schön? What is beautiful? The bag. Ich schreibe einen Brief. Was schreibe ich? What am I writing? So this represents einen Brief. Ich schreibe einen Brief. Now over here, to know to whom am I writing, the subject, the Wayfrage is wem. Wem schreibe ich? To whom am I writing? I'm writing to my father. So sometimes when you get confused, you can use the Wayfrage also. Now, was we have used over here for the thing. Now, if it would have been a person, for example, ich rufe meine Freundin. I was calling my friend, so let me write it. The question, see, ich rufe meine Freundin an. Sorry, anrufen is a Trennbaren verb. What will be the question? It will be wen. When it's a person, it is wen. Wen rufe ich an? Meine Freundin. Okay? So this was a very simple rules, very simple way to recognize it also. So revise this concept very thoroughly, you should be clear with it. German, let me tell you, it's easy, it's logical, but you need to be patient and you need to be consistent. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share more videos. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.